G'day everyone, Calvin here, Car Tuning Company in New Zealand. Doing something a bit different because I'm sick of fixing cars at the moment, and I'm going to fix one of my mini farm bikes. What have I got? Yeah, there's puppies. Got that one, that was my first one, and that's my favourite bike actually. It's a bit rough around the edges, but kind of suits. That's my second one I got. I've given that a big tidy up and a go through, and it actually goes pretty good. Rebuilt the seat, sorted exhaust leaks, rebuilt the front forks, but the fork gaiters are crap. And that one, I use that a little bit. I'm going to do a crank seal on that one on the left hand side, see if it makes a difference. Both of those two have been rejetted. Went from 100 to 105s. That's Nathan's bike, mate of mine. Really tidy, hasn't done a lot of Ks, like 3,000. Both of these are like 10,000. And these ones, neither of them had the speedo working. Rejetted as well, goes heaps better. I don't know what he's doing to that one. And there's that one, which is going to get all the leftover parts from these two to try and make a bike that actually goes. It's got clutch issues when it's cold. It's for another day. I did ride it this morning. Fuel tap's horrible. There's lots of stuff that doesn't work. But today, I want to make some headlights that actually work. That one has a headlight that goes. That's the only one here that I've got a headlight that goes. And that one's got a tail light goes, and this one's got a tail light that goes. I put a bulb in it, really prone to blowing. They blow all the time. Okay, so the way it works on the 6 volt, issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the amperage output for the charging to the battery. Headlight comes off a different winding, so that one gets a different feed for the headlight. And then this one's got a cracked headlight, so it looks like that's coming out, and it'll get this headlight, and I've got a different headlight for that. One of my boxes of spares, so that's going up to be put onto the bikes. I'm going to use some of these spares up so I don't have them here anymore, and then I can work out what I need to order to complete the task. Another box of spares, seals, gaskets, fork seals, tuning stuff, tuning box. There's a whole lot of jets in there, so I can do some tuning. Steering, bearings, lots of stuff, right? So, cables in here too. There's some cables, foot pegs. The white bike's foot pegs are stuffed. We'll try and make some brakes that actually work on it, but I'll do some recycling on that. Hand grips. I've got 3 bikes and 2 hand grips. But what we're going to do is we're going to fit this in. So this is a White's Industries LED headlight. I've got China, some little driving lights. We'll see if we get on with that. See if they're going to work and do what I want. 12 volt. So I need something else, don't I? 6 volt to 12 volt adapter. So a little converter. I've already checked the amp drawer. On 6 volt, let's see. 12 volt, they're like 1.4 or are they 3? They might be 3. Anyway, it draws about 4 amps, I believe. And the max output of this is 5 amps. Oh, 3 amps output. But output is fine. There must be about 1.5 amps. 1.5 amps for that, for those. That's correct. That's a 3 amp output. We're good. But it uses 4 amps to drive that unit. Because this is 12 volt, that's 6 volt, hence the change in amps. I've also got some LED bulbs for the tail light. Headlight bulbs prone to blowing, those are the normal ones. 12 volt battery, this. I'm going to put it together and try and make some lights on the bike, make it go, and we'll have a comparison. You know, I made that one's headlight go. I needed the battery. I rated the battery out of this one actually. But in here we have some wires that are left over. These are these headlight wires, white, yellow, black, white. So in this loom we have a couple of wires that are left over for the indicators. That's those two. These are the headlights. And see, these are all colour coded. So it's pretty straightforward. You just got to watch the ones are white. It's got a little red tab on it. That one there didn't have the headlight plugged in and still had a whole lot of wires plugged in all incorrectly. Now with this replacement headlight, this no longer becomes the housing for like a junction box. And the wires come in and then they go out again up to the dash cluster and the handlebars. So I'm going to unplug all these, take this box away, take it away, and then I'll zip tie it all in behind there, and then I'll install the new headlight with I'll put the proper plugs on it. I've got the proper plugs hopefully. I also worked and got the indicator in here working, the light bulb in here, the little housing, I just pushed it together, pushed the terminals together. Back on. I've got guards off all of them because I'm playing headlights. I just had to get the wiring around the right way. So it was the white to the green, the yellow to the red, and the black, white to the blue. Blue's the earth. That gives me the results I wanted. And I'm going to put like a bag over this, just tie it into the speedo cable, just to give that wiring just a bit more protection. It looks ugly, but it's a functional bike more than a pretty bike. Done, done, done. Oh, that's Nathan's. Standard headlight, modified the white's headlight, and that one's got an LED bulb in it. That one. I just did the crank seal on that one as well. Hey, pop. That crank seal. Now, it did make a difference. Oh, puppy. Doesn't actually look too bad. A little bit of wear on that inside edge. A little bit of oil coming around the outside, but what a difference. If anyone's interested, I've got more bikes I can do videos on, doing crank seals on the bikes. We're going to wait for it's dark, and we'll check out those headlights. And I think what I'm going to do is wiring up those accessory lights. I'll do it in another video. Much wider. I've wound the idle up on this one, but we drop the idle off. LED, normal bulb. So that headlight is going into that bike, because that one's got a crack in it. LED tail light. Normal tail light, but it's got a lens on it. That lens is going on that bike. This bike doesn't have one.